Hello, my friends. Happy New Year. As you can see, we have started the process of our New Year's Eve supper. Ooh, Moosey is stirring the fondue. I don't know whether you can hear that wine sizzling. He's starting to add a mixture of Swiss cheese and Gruyere cheese. We have doubled the recipe and our fire is going. I have to keep an eye on it. So what do you think of Moosey? Pretty spiffy in his red silky satin PJs, huh? So let's concentrate here now. I am reading the recipe. We have cornstarch ready to go here, but right now, tell them about that way you're stirring, Moosey.
I do it in a figure 7. Oh no, 8. 8. I keep getting mixed up. All right. So I tell jokes and I sing and I juggle.
Why do you stir in the figure 8?
Because that's the way the Swiss do it. It's a Swiss fondue.
As Moosey is adding the cheese to the white wine, let's see, stir constantly with a wooden spoon in a figure 8 until the cheese is completely melted and the mixture becomes creamy and begins to boil. Combine the cornstarch with the kirsch, but as you know, we do not have any kirsch. We don't have that cherry brandy, so we're using wine or water. You know that story. Have almost all the cheese here. I don't remember going this fast before. They have a little nutmeg to put in, and we have a little bit of pepper if you want. Moosey did rub the inside of the chafing dish with a clove of garlic.
Are we ready to receive this in there?
We are. Table is set, fire is going.
Okay.
Yeah. What else?
I don't know, call the cameraman.
Cameraman has to switch.
Switch away.
I'm very organized tonight, by the way.
Yes, you are.
Okay, I'm gonna go in, check the fire. Moosey's gonna finish this up. We'll say goodbye here and we'll catch you in the living room. Would you like some wine, my dear? Oh, that's a Christmas tree napkin. Whoa. It's bubbling. Shall we turn that off? It's going to be too hot.
I'll be the guy that takes that.
Okay.
Like every year.
Okay. Well. Cheers.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
You bet. I really mean that.
I know, I do too. Happy, healthy New Year. Now, I did a good job of buying that wine.
You sure did. Pinot Grigio.
Now, who's going to be the first
You.
to dip?
And be very careful because it might be hot.
Traditionally made. So we have our fondue forks, and I'm going to dip right in. Consistency's wonderful. Oh, look at that.
Yep.
Now
See
you
how
dip too.
steamy hot it is?
Yes, I do. Is it turned down? Now you keep the heat going to keep it warm, but you can't let it get too hot.
Can't let it get too cold.
Oh.
The best.
I look forward to this all year long. Is that wonderful?
We always ask ourselves, why can't we have this more often?
I know, and I say it again. So good. You did a good job, Moosey.
Always do. This is a fancy electric thing. Well, we used to do it on a can of Sterno. which was a little trickier.
I remember the first fondue pot that Moosey bought me. Do you remember? You bought it in Switzerland, and it was copper, non-electric. And honestly, that was when we were in our 20s, the first time we went to Europe. And we had Swiss fondue in Switzerland for the first time. And that pot took weeks to clean afterward, remember?
Yeah.
We couldn't get the cheese out of it. And I love our little Romer glasses. And Moosey gave me these last Christmas as a gift, all the way from Vienna. Love these. Now, you know there's a tradition, I've said this every year, that when you drop, and I can't get it out, when you drop your bread in, you have to kiss the person next to you. Now, since I can't reach Moosey, I'm gonna have to fly a kiss over to him.
Did you drop one?
I did. It's the only time we get to dress up. Now, we are in silky satin PJs, but this is about as fancy as we'll get, right?
Fancy than I even want to be.
I know. I mean, isn't this better than being at the Start Club in New York? I wonder if they still have that. Herring is for good luck. And every year, our kids all stop in, the ones that are close by, on New Year's Day to make sure that they get their herring.
You may also remember we were there for three New Year's Eve.
Right.
And two things that I remember distinctly was first footing, where you would try to be the first person that called at someone's house.
Yeah.
Well, of course, they'd give you a drink, and maybe another, maybe two or three. And when you left, they'd give you a baked potato to eat, so because you were probably a little crocked and they wanted to...
I was just going to say, I remember the big pots of baked potatoes in everybody's home. Now, it's called hogmanay. New Year's Eve is called hogmanay. And, you know, I can't remember. Some of our Scottish friends maybe can tell us. Kathy, maybe you can tell us what hogmanay means.
Means kill the hog. Means a hog's nanny.
I don't think so. I think it has a translation of some sort to it.
Well, the other thing I remember from that time was all the guests at the party, or sometimes at the ball, would get in a circle and they would cross their arms like this and take the hands of the person next to them and sing Old Lang Syne.
Old Lang Syne, yep.
And that was so tear-jerking.
Yep.
Tear-jerking.
Well, you know, in Scotland, New Year's is a great big celebration, and most everybody goes out or they go to home parties, right, Kathy? And a big celebration. What else do you do? A dark-haired man has to cross your threshold of your home to give you a tall, dark-haired man.
That was Germany. That was my grandmother.
You know, this is a nice tasting wine.
Well, if we have guests tomorrow coming around for the herring, we can give a cheese platter.
We can. We can do a charcuterie board. I think I'll stoke the fire while I'm up, too.
You're real careful stepping.
I will. Well, it's 5 after 9 here in California, which means it's Happy New Year time for all you Easterners. Happy New Year's, everyone. My Jersey girl pals, Happy New Year, and I hope it's a wonderful, healthy, happy, peaceful New Year for everyone. Well, Moosey and I, about 15 minutes ago, just finished our little fondue supper in front of the fireplace. And as you can see, my fire is still burning. I was amazed I did such a good job, but I used those fire starters, and I think it did well. So this concludes a very wonderful year. Yes, COVID was on, but it wasn't quite as bad. And we did manage to recoup some of the fun and family gatherings. And it was a great year for us, wasn't it? Our virtual friendships. We had a lot of new subscribers join us. And I just want to say how close I feel to all of you. You know, especially after my little snafu yesterday with losing my folio with my camera and all my bank cards and Medicare and license. You know, a lot of you have said, do separate them, Nanny, because you are out with your camera a lot, which is true. So I have a bunch of wallets. I'm just going to go in my closet and pick out one of them, and I'm going to separate everything and then get my camera fixed. Actually, I'm probably one of these days going to get a new camera because that has some cracks in it, and I think I might upgrade a little bit. Well, I wanted to show you my bling. This is about the most blinged out that Moosey and I will get, probably for the rest of our lives. I doubt. What do you think?
Blinged out.
Well, you're very blinged out in your red jammies. You know, you should see him right now.
I feel
Moosey,
like David Niven or somebody.
You do look like David Niven. You're dating yourself. Right now, Moosey is all blinged out in his red silky satin PJs, stretched out on our love seat. You know, that beautiful leather cream love seat that Mikey and Dubby gave us a year ago. And he's having a bottle of water. We finished off our wine. Actually, he finished it off. I still have a teeny bit left. I'm a very slow drinker here, but it was a nice wine. I did a good job picking out the wine. Didn't get the cherry brandy, but you know what? We didn't miss it in the fondue at all. It still had a really nice touch of the wine. You could taste that coming through. And for some reason or other, we've been so lucky the way that consistency comes out. It's been wonderful. So let me show you my bling. First of all, as you can see, the red nail polish is on hold for a while, along with my red lips. I am now back to my favorite, what is it called? I forget the name of it, but it's that Palladio lipstick that I love. And the nail polish is the same. Only this time I did a little diagonal with that foil, that silver foil. So I think I did a good job. But I'll get back to that red because I did like it. I have earrings on that Colleen gave me for Christmas, and they're a sort of a silver filigree. Very, very pretty. Actually, she said they're gold. They might be a rose gold. And I went through all my jewelry and a lot of the rhinestone blings. This one's a pretty one. Most of these are thrift. Not this. This is my wedding ring. This I love. As you know, I love cuffs. Practically all the time I wear cuffs. This is a pretty silver filigree cuff. And this one is copper with a circle of rhinestones. On my head, I have my velvet headband, and I did this last Christmas. I think the rhinestones are missing off the one in the middle. Maybe it fell toward the back. But what I did to bling it out was I had a rhinestone belt, and I twirled it all around the velvet headband, and I dressed it up a little bit. So there you go. We feel very dressed up. I hope you enjoyed our little cozy fondue supper in front of the fireplace. And since it still is a little bit early, I'm not doing any dishes or anything tonight. I have that type of a personality that doesn't bother me to go to bed with dishes in the sink right now, since I don't have a dishwasher anyway. But I do once again want to wish you the happiest and healthiest of New Year's. A peaceful year, let's hope. We have a world, somewhat of a world peaceful type of a existence where kindness and camaraderie would exist, not only worldwide, politically here in the United States. I hope to see you real soon again. and I will before the Christmas season ends. Now, do you see those little up there above the doorway, right up here? As you know, that's the 12 days of Christmas, the little ornaments hanging. And about 25 years ago, our daughter Dubby made it and gave it to us. And I've told you this before, but Moosey's mom has always said that you must have a little bit of Christmas in every home all year round. And that's mainly our little bit of Christmas. I do have on tonight my mother's crochet little wreath that she crocheted. So a bit of my mom is with us tonight. And of course, my silky, satiny PJs. So I hope to edit to this right now, and we will ring in the new year probably tomorrow. I doubt if Moosey and I, will we be awake at midnight? What do you think?
Probably not.
Probably not, unless my editing takes a while. But you know, I haven't heard any fireworks yet. We will be leaving our tree up until January 6th, which is the Epiphany. We always do that, mainly because it's Mikey's birthday. He was born on the Epiphany. And also, it is the end of the true Christmas season, which is what the little song about the 12 days of Christmas is all about. The 12 days of Christmas begins on Christmas and ends on January 6th, the Epiphany. And look what we have. Our Christmas tree right next to me is still pretty, shining brightly. Isn't it pretty? And that will stay up too. So goodbye for now. Our fire's warm. I think we'll stay cozy here for a while. We both love you all. God bless us all. Thank you for all your encouragement all year long.